and I just happened to spill coffee all over myself because it came out of the bowl a little too fast. All right, so we've got U.S. and U.K. forces holding the main town. This is meant to be Cherno, but it is called Alta here. We got Soviet forces coming all over the place. We have some plane drop zones out here. That's a little weird. Maybe this is like a QRF coming in behind the assaulting force sort of scenario. That would be pretty cool. But we'll have to see how things go. SCP 6135. You made an SCP entry out of the freaking crass. I swear to God. I swear to God, guys. We're going to be hunting them in DayZ because I need their fucking wheels, but I swear to God. And the round has started. All right. And all my commands here. U.S. and U.K. forces going to be defending this nice little railway town here. Excuse me. U.S. forces are going to be having M1 Garans, M1 carbines, Browning automatic rifles, maybe a 1986 here or there, some bazookas. They're going to have the sniper, so he's going to have a Springfield. Otherwise, we might also see some Thompsons in play for their leadership. And there we see one right there. UK forces are going to have Lee Enfields. Oh, that's beautiful. I forgot about the radios that play music. But UK forces are going to have Lee Enfields, Brens, and Stens. I'm actually not seeing any. Oh, there we go, yeah. And a Piot. Can we dance to the music back there? You see a 1986 there with a bazooka. And otherwise, that is the weaponry they're going to be rocking. Only asset they have is a mortar with 20 HE rounds, and it is put in this little cubby right here. Each one of those boxes have 5 shells, if I remember correctly. Yep, 60 times 5. 60 millimeters times 5 shells. All right, looking at the Green 4 roster, we have Gordon commanding the defense. I haven't seen him step up to command yet, so this will be an interesting treat. Banks going to be leading the X-Ray team. X-Ray having Stark as the sniper, Loki as the medic, and I was about to say, I thought that was a Browning for a second. No, that's M1 carbine, makes more sense. And then Green Shade as the spotter. Anderson leading Alpha with Patriot as the medic. Thorn leading Alpha 1 with Poe, Falcon, Maz, and Drake together. Bridges leading Alpha 2 with Martin Cobb and Cool Breeze together. Charlie 2 doesn't have a Charlie 1 under them, is being led by Norris with Brandy, Eagle, Parker, and Bates under them. Sven leading Echo 1 with Sam Handwich, Leg, Lurch, Lennox, Mito, and Jack together. Tymek leading Sushi and Despacito. Foxtrot 2 has Naders leading with Twins at Rito and Jabby together, and then Gamma 1, the border team, is going to be Cosmonaut and Warwick. Looking over at our attacking faction. Oh. So Op4 is just dropping off in a bunch of random spots and attacking. This is going to be a long one tonight if they're doing a scripted plane launch then, but all right. Soviet forces are going to be having Mosin Nagant as the primary rifle. You'll see some SVT-40s at the team leader level. Semi-automatic rifles, they've been slapping all night. PPSHs, both stick mags and drum mags, depending on the rolls. Some Panzerfaust captured from the enemy. And some DP-27s for the machine gunners. Otherwise, their kit breakdown is going to be as... Excuse me, that was their kit breakdown. Their player breakdown is going to be as follows. Arkin commanding... I've seen him take it time and time again. He's rather good with it. Ilbenek leading X-Ray. Legs being the sniper. Wise being the medic. Pierce under Charlie 1 with Koak. They're being led by Ace. Excuse me. Guy Fury leading Delta with Flux as the 2 medic. Excuse me. K-Curie leading Delta 1 with King, Michael, Armitage, Bane, and Sam under him. That's a pretty good team. Most of these guys are equipped with Mosins. Kane has a PPSH, and K-Kier, I'd imagine, has, alright, also a PPSH. Phoenix leading Delta 2 with Novix. Ivan, Den, Juicy Box, and Nightshade under him. Wallace leading Echo 1 with Killer Wolf, Thomas, Immortal Flame, Rickenback, Rancid. Oh, right, Rancid's the community name. Xandu and Black Wolf together. Puma. No, it's not Puma. We look for the slash-in name. That shows you the leader. Barnes leading Puma, Waldo, Kevin, Fez, Tenderbaner, and Squeak together. Also, the name gets cut off right here. If you highlight over it, you can see the rest of the name. I just don't always notice. And then Alpha has all merged together under Alpha 2. You got Schnuffles leading Arson, Vagrant, Chadwick, Corvo, Absorbed, Zeist, Bobby, Nova, Thrill House, and Space Cowboy Carl. Now, it's going to be a long mission because they're going to probably do a simulated paradrop here. So we might see a pancake, which will be funny. But all of these planes are going to separate DZs, which I like that type of scenario here. So if they wanted to keep the force together, they'd probably go for DZ 1, 3, and 5. But trying to fit as many people as you can on DZ 2, maybe doing a flank attack on DZ 4. But if you do DZ 2 and 4, they're completely separate from each other. But how many people can you fit in an Li-2? I forget. This is basically just a ripped-off C-47, in all honesty. But every plane going different. They are clearly marked. I would imagine we're probably just going to see Recon take either Plane 4 or Plane 2, and then the main force probably take Planes 5, 1, and 3, respectively. But looks like we have a big group also moving into Plane 2's area. Interesting. Falcon's poking me, saying roof's stuck. Oh, dear. What did that shucklehead do? Ah, I see. He's stuck in the roof. Wolves, I appreciate it. I completely forgot about the prediction. Thank you. I get so accustomed when Don puts it up all the time. Sometimes I forget.
So, let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
All right, well, Falcon has a few minutes to figure out how to unstick himself. Based off of what he's doing, I think he enhanced movement glitched his way in there. He can enhance movement glitch his way out. And he did it. I almost dropped my bowl of coffee on me somehow because my fucking motor skills, I guess, are freaking degenerating or something. Ah, man. Just trying out my damn coffee. And different is slowly adding to the Kraz story. Good God. Otherwise, Green 4 have 3 destroy objectives in town that they have to defend. I believe they're all going to be ammo caches. There's cache 1. There is cache 2. And cache 3 is all the way over yonder. I would say Green 4 probably only has enough to defend one of them and then just, you know, put a spaced out defense around it. I don't see them having any way to do any proper counter-attacking, but we'll have to see. This is going to just have to be a big weighted out thing. So we have 8 minutes remaining. That's the one thing I kind of dislike about World War II FNF stuff is there's a lot of extra time for some of the prep work. But a mission like this, I could see how it could be utilized because Green 4 is basically needing that to set up on certain spots. But there's some missions where everyone's ready to go in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So we'll just have to see how that goes. There are domesticated spawns of... Oh, my God. Building off the damn Kraz. You really, really want to see me get killed by another one of them, don't you? See, it's really funny because another player reported they got killed by a vehicle in a similar way, too, on that server. But also, if you give me a few seconds, I will advertise that DayZ server. I just got to get you a link to the Discord. And then from the Discord, you can find that information. Oh, they also have a radio playing. How nice. All right, we're going to be able to see who's mounted up where. So Alpha 2 loading into Plane 5. Plane 5 dismounting in this area. Foxtrot 2 loading up into Plane 4, which is dismounting on the right flank, I believe. No one is in the third plane, which is dismounting on the far left. Second plane seems to have X-Ray and another group around it. They're going to be taking the below to drop. And then everyone else seems to be loading up in the first plane, which is going to also take, and that's the, I would say, furthest one away based off of distance. Yeah, below to drop isn't too bad. All things considered. And they have like an abandoned, ruined barracks building right there. Mainly, I think, just for the sake of having something. Meanwhile, Green 4 seem to be favoring putting forces on all flanks, actually. So we might just see the squads all branched out. It worked last time. For the second round, the defenders did that and were able to turn around. That's also because they had some really heavy-hitting players. The heavy-hitting players are now, I believe, on the attacking side. Right here, but we do have one flying boy over here, and he's still glitching himself on roofs. There we go. I was getting that interface back. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, but again, M1... Oh, no, he's got a carbine. But now he's stuck on that building. Ah, funny. Just reminder to opt for, once the planes get to the DZs, you will automatically jump out, but you can also jump out early if you want to. Interesting. It just has to be the static line option, because that automatically scripts them with a parachute. Because if they just double tap V, they won't get the parachute. And then they'll pancake, and we'll laugh at them. Slowly finishing more of this coffee. To understand the roof, you must become the roof. We're seeing some of them remounts around as well. Falcon can finally fly. Yeah, right, Devil? Whoop, sorry. Just finished my coffee. Just watching the rest of Op 4 mounts up in their planes. I don't know if they're going to do a scripted takeoff or do the, like an actual takeoff here. Because I know FNF has the capability to do both. He's roofied him. I wouldn't go that far. Okay. Would not go that far, sir. But yeah, there's... Let's see. Planes are going to take off, go to their DZs. Units are going to parachute down. That's going to be another 5 minutes. So 45 minutes remaining. There's going to be another 5 to 10 minutes of maneuvering in on itself. So contact probably will not start till the... I want to say 28-minute mark at a minimum. So this is just going to be a long round. But then, you know, it's all in this one sector. So it's going to be a slow start, but hopefully action-packed by the end. And then probably trail off towards the end as one side slowly starts showing a superiority. And if it's the offense... then they're probably going to run out of demo and have to try to find someone to blow up the 3 cache sites. If it's the defense, then they're going to have to hunt down the remaining offensive players. As, you know, one of these lines breaks, offense will then blow up one of the caches and then slowly move in stealthily. So there's a lot of places here for this to potentially become a really long round. Silver lining, at least by the 11-15 minute mark, we will be playing DayZ. Trying not to die to Kraz's and trying to recover all of our saves. But I would really like to build a Kraz, load up all my shit, go to the base, make a nice perimeter wall, and, you know, just have fun.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Hey, Shaggy.
Happy half-year anniversary, Lcpl Heart.
Thanks for the 6 months, man. I hope everything is going well with you, IRL. Do you want to go to a bar sometime this weekend, bro? Because I was thinking that when I put the message out a second ago, but if you have the time. Just gotta remember, what the fuck? I think that's Malin. He's been the admin. I think he's trying to tell people to... remind them how to do the static line here. That's funny. That is funny. But Shaggy, thanks for all the support, my man. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this naked virtual man showing the Soviets how to fly. See, Panda, I only only have a handful. And on top of that handful, it's only if they're in town. But I'm trying to make it a little more of an often thing. Yeah, Wasper, we're in the last round, buddy. Every plane's going to a different place. I'm gonna bet there's at least gonna be one pancake. Falcon poked me saying he was also stuck in a tree, and he feels so relaxed that he doesn't have to deal with stupid shit anymore. Ah, so he's out here now. So Green 4 might actually send some infantry out to counterattack some of the drop zones if they triple time. That's gonna be interesting. Huh. Has the Steam Summer Sale hit my wallet? Personally, no, because I don't really buy anything off of Steam these days. Because I only play one game, which is funny, but... You'd be surprised. Falcon.
A tree fell over and killed me.
Talk to an admin, and you might be able to get revived, because... You... He's gone. He's gone. Falcon somehow killed himself within the first 10 seconds of the round. Good start. You know, this is their old framework, so I'm not sure if they'll be able to revive him either, but wow. Where did one plane go? What? Where did... they might have deleted one of the planes? What? Yeah, they're doing the teleport framework. All right. So that means the DZ stuff is going to probably be sped up by a few minutes, but... Wow, yeah, the voting was rigged. We just immediately killed Falcon. Yep, you're absolutely right. So you remember EU Round 1, I was talking about how the Hellcats had VTOL technology, and that's how Blue 4 won? Well, you see, the Allies, they put some of that technology in some shipping crates, and they sent it to the Soviets to use. So that's why you're seeing these take off vertically. All right? It was the Kraz. No, the Kraz did not kill him.
That was funny as fuck, though.
Well, congratulations, Falcon. You died.
To a tree out of all things.
For the sake of my chat, can you say a Kraz killed you? K-R-A-Z?
Oof.
Say the Kraz killed you.
Why? What did... No.
It got you, didn't it?
No. I leave now.
Bye, Falcon.
Fuck you.
Did I even say anything mean? I didn't mention that his girlfriend had a penis this time, and he was still mean to me. God, the nerve of some people. The Kraz is still a problem. All right, first DZ, let's go. No pancakes. Someone jumped out. Vagrant jumped out super early. Next DZ, go. He shot his gun. That's cute. There's another thing right there. Next
yeah, my
DZ.
squad won't actually tell Anderson to revive me, so yeah, GG's.
All right, GG, Falcon.
Oof.
All right, looks like we're not going to have any pancakes today. That's unfortunate. We still have one drop zone, though, over Belota. And Vagrant jumped out. Really, he's going to have quite a jog here. Literally going the distance from, like, freaking Starry Sobor to Cherno right now. Have fun with that. Last plane going overhead now. Nope, Falcon disappeared. He's still dead. But again, I don't think they can revive him because that's a newer feature, but these guys are still running the older framework off of this stuff. All right. I love the static line framework because it just simplifies the parachute system. Because someone usually scuffs it. But it makes it so nice. I mean, look at that. That looks cool. No pancakes. I'm happy. Now we're going to have a little bit of a jog for everyone to get into their designated AOs. The wind, it looks like, is favoring the paratroopers here. So they won't land in the water and drown. Fun fact, that still happens even in modern day. Imagine it happened in World War II. Oh, wait a minute. They hit trees. And somehow got negative vehicle kills. And Sideways salutes them. That's a really high drop. I mean, it's just the static line script. What's that? They don't have any control of when the parachute opens. That's why the DZs are so far from the AO. All it takes is a tree to lance them. Yeah, right?
So I've been informed that this template does not allow respawns.
That's what I figured because it's an older template. Oh, Falcon.
I love it.
You have been cucked, my friend.
And just all I did was lay down next to a tree. The tree fell over and killed me. Because we were going to sit for 5 minutes. I just wanted to go grab a drink and it killed me.
Well, 2 people got knocked unconscious by trees. Vagrant dropped out of his plane super early. Looks like Op 4 is just forming up on their DZs to move in. At this rate, though, my conservative estimate of 28 minutes being on the timer before contact starts might actually be pushed back further to 32. You can say it's natural selection. Oh yeah, parachutes do count as vehicles.
Okay,
I forgot
I
that.
got
What's
a
that?
phone is exploding.
Have fun.
I will not.
Remember, start with the right hand with her, and then you can start with go with both. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have fun. All right. Now we just gotta wait for our forces to move in here. So overall, that should be it. I find it funny that Falcon dies within 10 seconds to a tree. Like, only Falcon would pull something like that. You know what I mean? But for those of you that bet on Falcon, I mean, you bet on Falcon. What do you expect? The man's a fucking wild card. He's what Logan started off being back when we first met him in FNF. Like, he would either get a multi-kill or he would find a really weird way to kill himself. All right? It's just how it works. Cole, sorry you dozed off, buddy. We started round 3, and I don't think there's any way for you to get in anymore. Sorry to say. Whew. Yeah, what's that? But, you know, that's the script. At least they do fall quicker with the parachutes compared to a regular parachute. Usually would drift them up a little more, so I guess that's the caveat. But I've learned with Arma scripting and mod making for Arma, you take what you can get. Now, that is actually changing with Reforger right now. Very soon, I'm going to start releasing videos talking about the modding community for Reforger, because that's going to be my new focus until 4 comes out. But it's really nice to see, you know? Specialist Falcon Op. People just find unique ways to kill themselves or each other. Enough said. Alright, so at the 23-minute mark, Op 4 is starting to get underway. 5 minutes, they could still run into some contact, but they're being a little cautious here as we see these 4 groups fold in. Now I just have to essentially wait this out. And you're slowly seeing these groups come in. How's Vagrant doing? Oh, he's passing the Zub Hub in a bit. Excuse me. There we go. Still waiting on the rest to keep going. Overall, I think compared to last week's FNF, the rounds were definitely a little quicker there. They were also a little, well, I can't say they were more decisive, though, because they were also super close at times. Some of the balance was a little off for some of the rounds, though. I think this week's balance was a little better. There were some bugs, though, that did scuff some of the defensive sides, but when there were no bugs, then the defenders would win. So it's an interesting caveat to the balance there. Now, few plays I'm going to make for this mission. I don't think that mortar is going to be used effectively at all. I think it's just going to miss every single time. I'd like to be pleasantly surprised, but the only way I've seen a mortar work with an FNF is if you have a gunner that knows what they're doing and someone calling the shots for the gunner to appropriately spot, because otherwise the gunner's firing blind and he won't know if he's missing or not. But beyond that, I mean, the American weaponry versus the Soviet weaponry, and, you know, there's only a handful of UK guys, so it's really just a lot of semi-automatic rifles versus Mosins. I don't... How'd I put this? I think the defenders have a slight weapon advantage here, but I've seen... I don't think that really means anything, because we've seen the guys that, you know, have only bolt-action rifles still kick a bunch of ass. Granted, it's not the bolt-action rifles that are doing the damage, it's the people with the few submachine guns on the side getting those multi-kills. Well, Phoenix, since we've had two Kraz's kill, well, one Kraz kill me and one other Kraz try to kill me, I think the Kraz Chronicles would be better, because there have been multiple attempts. If you just say the legend of the Kraz, it sounds like there's only one single incident, Phoenix, but there's two. Liru, the last Kraz bender, fuck's sake. I swear, I'm gonna use it to go fucking destroy someone's base. Alright, we're about to hit the 28-minute mark. This group might run into that two-man team. Otherwise, we'll probably take a 30-minute to 32-minute estimate here for contact, which is going to leave only 35 minutes roughly of time for Op4 to get those caches destroyed. And I honestly think Op4 is set up to fail here a little bit, because that means they have to have their demo guys survive in this urban assault style environment, or people remember to pick up their explosives to continue pushing, because there's not a lot of ammo to destroy caches. Usually you see people mag dump caches as well, but I don't think you're going to see that here. What's that saying? Because if so, if the skull crushed... If Falcon's skull got crushed by a tree, he kept the tradition of being headshot and bitching alive. Oh my god, yes. The old tradition of Falcon who gets friendly fire and then he comes to bitch at me about it in chat. Yes, I remember that one. Would the trees be friendly? That's the real question. Ay. Alright, 28-minute mark. Op4 have moved this squad a little more on the northern side to rally with this other group. So we're probably going to see the 30 to 32-minute mark estimates here for first contact. Alright, I think the first point of contact is going to be this team right here, because at this range, or at this rate, excuse me, they're going to run right into this two-man defensive team, which is a machine gun team. They have a Browning with a carbine here, But Op4 might be able to walk right on top of that position. It is X-ray, though. But there's a big gap that they could still sneak through. So we're at the 29-minute mark now, which means we're 14 minutes out of the 50 rounds. It's definitely going to be the slowest round, though. Meanwhile, back here, you got an element of Charlie flanking around. I do appreciate that Op4 is attacking this AO from multiple directions. They're definitely going to try to get through whatever defensive line Green 4 has made, because they are going to try to infiltrate in and destroy the caches in the rear. I think that is Op4's best bet because of the time limit already put in because with the airdrop and whatnot. But I do like the X-ray reconnaissance going on in front of a squad of infantry. See, X-ray is always so awkward to use because they're told to be their own element and scout ahead, yet they have the sniper rifle. So it's like, what's the real point here? There we go, first contact. Maz firing at the 30-minute mark, knocking out 2 of the X-ray members, going for 3. And that's the power of the semi-automatic weapons right there. The carbines tearing apart the X-ray team. A grenade, multiple grenades being launched as well. We see Wise and Ilbanek waking back up, though, in quick succession. Ilbanek immediately knocked out again. Wise turning to try to figure out what's going on, but Op4 down here in the low ground. I heard a mortar land. Don't know where that splash happened. No, it happened close to where Delta is, so maybe X-Ray's calling for fire on Op4 Delta's position here. Otherwise, Wise is dead. Ilbanek still unconscious. Poe now coming down, firing that Browning automatic rifle at the bar. Trying to line up an angle. Oh my god, different. Just wait for the Daisy afterwards, buddy. I promise you. You'll get your chance. Oh, Mosin knocking out Poe. Might be seeing Rick try to get a double tap here. Green 4, meanwhile, pulling their forces back. We do have 2 Green 4 guys coming around here. This is Stark and Greenshade with the sniper. So they might be able to get behind some of Op4 on the rear line here and engage them. Vagrant also still coming in because he jumped super early on accident. But we'll see if these guys are able to find this Op4 push here. Poe wakes back up. Quickly goes to bandage. He's going to be lucky if he doesn't get picked off. It looks like Op4's choosing a different angle to advance here, realizing they were really open in this area. They also lost another guy right here. This will be another Mosin gunner. So they are opting to push south instead and try to bypass this Green 4 defensive line because they don't know how many guys are up there, and they don't think it's worth attacking that position. I think that's a smart call, personally. You're hearing more mortars firing. Sometimes I can look in the air and see the tracer of it, but in this case, I cannot. Based on the direction, though, they are firing it over yonder. I'm going to have to wait for the splash. Splash is way off. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's ways away. Like I said, though, the mortar was probably going to be useless, unfortunately. All right, sniper team was not able to follow this trail of Op4 here, so they're stuck right here. Might see them, might not. Tree might be too thick, but now you've got a majority of Op4 starting to fold in. Guy Fury getting kicked off. Damn. He's one of the good players, you know? Make the flavor town games. And my tracer script's misbehaving. I'm trying to fix it real quick. Sometimes you just have to toggle the hotkey a little bit. I don't think they got a kill there. They're just firing and retreating at this point because they want to fold into a tighter defensive line. So this Op4 group's probably going to deal with this brunt of the force. You got that defensive line over here. Mortars adjusting to be a little closer. That is slightly concerning. All right, so Op4 is going to pretty much have a pincer maneuver coming down the northern side. Might be able to break through these lines. These guys are then going to have to turn around. So Op4 lined up pretty well, but they have to get their foot in the door, which it looks like they're succeeding at because one of the X-ray guys did just get knocked out. Little bit of cover to work with here. Mortar rounds landing close by, though. So they shot someone in here, but no one's going in the clear, which shows to me they're bypassing defensive positions here, opting to instead move in to try to get to the objectives to speed things up. So yeah, mortars, I mean, they're landing consistently, but not accurately. Consistently meaning they're hitting the same spot pretty well, but not to where they want them to land. So X-Ray's been spared. Papega, yeah, they're just trying to smash through this line here. Green 4 folding the rest of their forces in. They're definitely spearheading compared to all these other forces over here. So Papega, I mean, if they continue to be allowed to break through, they can get to the center cache and then divide and take out both caches probably within the next 10 minutes, but they're probably going to play this next area very, very cautiously because of everything that's down. That was either a failed smoke grenade or a rifle grenade going off up here. I don't see any bodies, though. Here's the thing, though. This is going to put pressure on this flank, which will cause more people to come and reinforce this area, allowing Papega more room to infiltrate. If they set their timers right, too, they could just systematically take out all these caches very quickly. Now you got the rest of Op4 folding in here. And X-Ray, they're just chilling in here. Some of these buildings are super glitchy, man. Because I think he's a ghost. But yeah, no, they're just going to bypass. Oh, juicy. Juicy. Here, let's open this building. I'm sure there's no one bad in here. Loki getting picked off by Michael. Michael has a Panzerschreck. He could fire that in there as a building AT weapon. Oh, juicy. I love you, buddy, but that was a little silly. He's dragged back. Michael, I think, is going to try to throw a grenade. Did he? Okay, yep, that knocks out Banks. I didn't see a grenade get thrown. That was a little concerning. Ah, I forgot. See, Banks has a mustache, and that mustache can block 9mm. See how effective that is? I mean, just... It can't block Mosin rounds, though. It can't block 7.62x5.4. It can only block 9mm. It's not rated for 7.62x5.4. Only lower calibers, like 9mm or 7.62x33, Tortev, whatever the fuck it's called. But Thunderbaner getting knocked out by Seven with that carbine. I swear, a carbine is just a baby M14. Change my mind. Or it could be a baby bar. Depends on your perspective. Alright, Op4, I mean, doing a great job with infiltration here. The one place they're going to get resistance, though, is down here. But that'll cause these guys to fold back, and then maybe this force can then push across. So there's a lot of good areas here for Op4 to capitalize on Green 4's defensive placement here. And it's leaving a lot of Green 4 completely out of position for this AO. And it's really easy to guess where the freaking caches are, because this indicates there's a custom placed building here. So it's, you know, in the custom placed building. This one, it's in the custom placed building. Mito gets walked up on. Chadwick, I think, hit him with the submachine gun there. Saven's got to be cautious now. But great use of tactics here, of having some forces establish bases of fire to pin the defensive force, and then have a flanking force come in and take units out. And that's really paying Op4 dividends here, because now Green 4 can't pull back into secondary defensive lines because they'll be caught in the open by by the flanking force, and that also allows for the original pinning force to then push these positions as they're being flanked. Just watched Flux get fired at by 3 different shooters here. Maz on the rooftop and Thorn and Poe on the ground. All right, 1 cache was destroyed. Kane and Sam are running demolition. Legs is playing defensive in this window. He's gonna need to. He has a carbine, but that can knock people out. We're hearing AT firing into buildings. Good use as a shock weapon. We saw that in a previous round of FNF. For World War II only, because otherwise AT is not super effective against infantry because of how they have their body armor set up, but it was knocking down people left and right. I think it was round 1 EU. Someone got 4 kills with a bazooka just by firing into crowds of infantry. But again, that's why I like World War II FNF, because explosions actually do proper damage with ballistics. Compared to modern day, where they, I think, overscript the body armor's explosive resistance a little bit. And grenades are really more just a harassing thing. Wow, Saven just tanked a lot of shells. Rounds. He got hit a few times, but that was it. Leg, I think, might have gotten King knocked out here, but Sam, who's the explosive guy, he might try to run around and flank. Saven gets blown away by a grenade that Bayant threw down. King wakes back up. Leg finds Sam, though, and takes him out. Sam was the explosive specialist. So now this group is going to be ineffective. And then you also have Op4 being breached on by Green4 here. Cake here now holding with that PPSH. I never like it when people go prone, because that puts your head forward. So the first shot is probably going to go into your face. I would say sit up, make your chest more center mass. Michael got back up and is multi-tapped there. And then PPSH man gets stuck out the window. Thorn almost shoots Poe. Good knockout on Maz, but the bar gets him. Cake here is taken out by Poe. Good bit of harassment. Arcane came around. I think he was Op4's leader this round. Yep. He was probably taken out by Leg, but now it's Op4 smashing through this line. They will eventually take this position. Now, because that relief went up here instead of on the other side, this force is going to be hung out to dry. I think Green 4 is going to have some pretty solid defensive lines here to fight with this force, so it could still go either way. Handwich being knocked out, Sven failing his wake-up check. It's really just up to Leg to hold the position here, and then the remaining 5 Green 4 guys here to get as many kills as they can to alleviate this force. If they can do a good chunk, trade 1-to-1 even, I think we're looking at this match in Green 4's favor at that rate. Yeah, my tracer's just utterly bugged out in terms of the script. Here, sometimes if you hold the button down. There we go, yeah. Bayant getting knocked out by Leg. We're seeing a lot of heavy hitters getting knocked out left, right, and center. I mean, Flux got picked off early. Bay just got picked off and is getting double tapped. Despo's back here holding the line. He is an explosive specialist, so he's got to be careful, because if people don't have AT or explosives to deal with the cache, they check the closest bodies, and, you know, he's going to be delivering the AT that's needed to the cache if he dies right next to it. So we have Stark in the middle of a bunch of Op4 guys up here, hiding out in a bush. He's listening to people pass him. Oh, he is baiting people on the mortar. Oh my god, that was brilliant. Oh, that was a great play by Stark. He waited for him to just sit himself on the mortar where he can't move his head and got a clear shot. That was great. Great grenade throw by Space Cowboy Carl. He managed to get it in this window. There was Op4 in there. They're now dead. Huh. Huh. Yeah. Grenades. Grenades. Time check. There is 30 minutes left in the round. No. 20 minutes left in the round. A little over 20. Corvo just got one tap by Jabby. And there's still a good chunk of Green 4 defenders here. Green 4 has the number advantage now. Let's look at the skull counts. Oh, yeah. Yep, Green 4 have evened it out a little bit in the CQC. And now you got Stark playing chicken with this Op4 group. He just picked off Ivan. Grenade just fell down the stairs. Freaking Phoenix out a little bit. So he's breaching and clearing with that PPSH. More grenades being thrown. Stark has to be careful because grenades apparently can blow up buildings. Ah, so he's throwing smokes now to conceal him. Phoenix hears that. He's going to corner camp. But Stark's here just to fucking harass people and keep entire sections pinned so that Op4 basically defeats themselves in detail. We have Timec doing the same thing. Puma's knocked out right there. And we're having the other half of the Op4 force coming around now. They're in some pretty heavy fighting here. Good old village fighting, man. It was like Timec was taken out. He was breached on by multiple people. And they're still shooting just to make sure he's dead. Because I've noticed the pistols and any pistol caliber, like the submachine guns that are being used, just do not seem to double tap properly. Like you have to mag dump to actually kill them off. But only a few shots will knock them out or kill them. Cool Breeze throwing an explosive charge. He's going to kill himself, but he's going to get the 3 kills here. Oh, it didn't blow up the building. Awkward. Bridge is finding a good angle. Pierce is able to pull back, but he got hit a few times there. Grenade thrown up to the doorway. Cool Breeze might come around the rear. No, he is in the building. Flankston eliminates Koak with the M1 carbine. Just so much destruction happening in this building. I'm surprised it hasn't been blown up. Grenade being thrown inside. That appears to be a smoke. There's the building going down. Cool. Ace getting knocked out. Pierce still up with the DP-27. Stark got disconnected because I think he was killed off over there as well. I don't know. It's Green 4 had the numbers. Ah, that's why. They still have a force in the middle right here. And Op4 is bouncing back. Pierce got knocked out. They just need to be double tapped. You have Wallace really close to the objective. I don't think he has any explosives, though. I don't see any Op4 explosive specialists, but we have Thomas here with a Panzerschreck, and that will destroy a cache, but you have to use it at point blank, which means he might kill himself too. And that sacrifice is only be good if Op4 can get the northern cache, but the few Green 4 guys are actually holding a proper defense. Despo is still an explosive specialist, though. Hasn't died yet. He could still deliver explosives to the Op4 force coming up here. But they do have Nova to the north as well, who is a surviving explosive specialist as well. Oh, man, 2 fights right here. Really could go either way for both of them. Coop now coming around. Wallace got found possibly by Eagle and taken out. Killer Wolf trying to put some flanking shots on Cool Breeze. Coop now, I think, watching the rear. Cool Breeze trying to return fire to keep that pin, but he's got a lot of people firing at him from different angles. But Cool Breeze survives. I think Coop just found an angle on the other Green 4 guy running around right here. I see a body. That would be his. Not sure if Coop got that or someone else. Maybe Zandu shot above Cool Breeze to get that one kill. You decide Leg get another kill right here. Leg still, it's the carbines tonight, man. Leg on 4 kills. He's been holding this building. Fez getting double tapped by Despo. It's the carbines, man. I don't know why, but they're just doing incredibly well this round. Numbers, I think, are even again, if not slightly in Green 4's favor again, but Green 4 just has so many forces just out in weirder positions that aren't that useful. So once Green 4 actually commits some of these to a side, I think Green 4 will be able to hold that side indefinitely. Wallace isn't waking back up. I doubt he will wake up for the rest of this game. Green 4 still outnumbered on the northern cache. It's 2v5, though. And Leg is on 4 kills. Despo's on 2. Wow, Squeak is on -1, which means he has killed a friendly. If you see a negative on the vehicle side, though, it just means that they somehow broke their parachute. But Op4, I mean, some of these guys here have also gotten a few kills, so Could go either way. I think we just saw Thrill House potentially get shot at by Squeak. But yeah, like, I mean, Carl could come in and destroy the cache. I think they're checking the buildings for the cache, but to me, it's really obvious which area has the freaking cache. We just need to get that explosive specialist moved up. I think they're waiting on Artisan or Thrill to call that this is clear. Did Leg just kill another one? Yes, he did. It's so funny to watch people run up to where dead friendlies are and get killed by the exact same thing. Don't get me wrong, I do it too because I'm an idiot, but it's so funny watching it happen again and again. All right, Op Force committing their 3 remaining guys on reserve over to the left flank. We'll see if they're able to spearhead Killer Wolf, otherwise it's the only guy left in this AO. I'm not sure if Martin was trying to fire through the windows to hit Killer. He does have a drum mag PPSH though, but Norris has a Thompson and a Dream. 15 minutes remaining. This is going to be this is probably going to go all the way at this rate. Artisan taking grenade fire and fire from Leg. Artisan returning fire as he's trying to use grenades to cook off the cache. He's going to need something more deadly. Despo coming around getting another kill. At this point, Artisan's resorting to mag dumping, but he gets shot by Leg. What a fucking keyhole right there. Damn. So now it's going to be up to Nova to get in there to destroy the cache, but these two are still alive and kicking. I think Green 4's got this, because they'd have to break through in 2 locations. Granted, the caches themselves are very lightly defended. It's just the people around it. Norris with the PPSH. Sorry, with the Thompson gets mowed down by Killer Wolf's PPSH with the drum mag. He's not waking up anytime soon. Martin trying to come up with an M1 Garand. That PPSH headshot. See, like the double tapping is not really effective, but I doubt either Norris or Martin are going to wake back up. You just saw some fire coming over from this building here. You were being shot at from this angle. Why would you run back out? Pick a different one. I'm a little worried, though, because you got Eagle back here. He's walking this street down, so if Killer tries to flank around, he could potentially get shot. But now you got these 3 guys folding in. Green 4 committing more forces to the south. So we got a 2v2 up north. Killer Wolf and Cool Breeze. That's been happening a lot tonight. Much more so than last week. A lot of trades with the submachine gunners. Especially the submachine gunners, or even the pistol. It's just the light calibers seem to really trade a lot tonight. I wonder if Phoenix hears the footsteps in there, but Green 4 definitely hears Phoenix's footsteps. I think that's like the 5th or 6th trade I've seen. So it's just a wake-up war. Who's going to be up first? Who managed to get more bullets than the other person? Who's going to win that uncon lottery? Sometimes they both don't. Phoenix spotted by Thorn and engaged. Shots missed. Someone else got killed. It's only Nova up there. His assistant was there. Phoenix, I think, popping smokes. That's a frag. Just they weren't close enough. More frags going off. Is Poe shooting at Eagle? No, he wouldn't be able to see him through this little wheat field here. Phoenix flanking around. He's going to catch Eagle out of position. Gets a hit on him. Otherwise, isn't able to finish it off. Now you got Juicy and Den coming around. I think Green 4 has this at this point. Phoenix caught in the street, knocked out by Thorn. Shot in the rear, though, by, I believe, Den. That was definitely a Mosin. I think both of them have Mosins, though. Oh, no, Den has the... He found the Springfield. So Nova's the only one up there. Now you got these 2. Green Shade's probably going to double tap Phoenix. Shoot him. Shoot him now. Parker pushing. I think that's the Browning. No, that's the 1919 A6. There's the double tap. Green got him. someone, because I heard a death scream. Oh, they hit him. Surprisingly, he didn't go down. I think that was a clip of the arm then, because usually a Mosin will knock someone out, even with one hit. Grenades being thrown. That has to be a smoke grenade. Yep. So that's going to billow that house completely with smoke. Nova died. No, Nova's not dead. Nova's like right on top of a smoke grenade mark, so the red kind of bled into that. Leg on 8 kills, Despo on 3. That's fucking ridiculous. Just goes to show you, I think the carbines tonight have just been amazing. Den pushing with a handgun here. They're really not concerning themselves with flanks here. Wow. Anderson, no. Green Shade saved Warwick there as Juicy went to unload him. Now you got Den running around, and then it's just going to be up to Nova. But I think this is GG at this point. What DayZ server am I planning to join? I will make a command for it when we get into the next intermission cycle, which will probably only be in a few minutes, in all honesty. Green Shade going for the double tap. And there it is. So Den is trying to use the range he has with the Springfield to pick people off, but if Green 4 is smart, they're going to stay in a defensive formation around the cache. You might see a little bit of movement around here as they try to search for the remaining guy, but that is it. Meanwhile, Nova is doing what I would do in this situation and being incredibly cautious and a little scared of pushing into that zone because they're alone and they don't know what the fuck to do. Don't worry, I am in that situation all the damn time. It's like when I play DayZ. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Green Shade dodging a Springfield marksman round. Round's going well. We're in the cleanup phase that I predicted of happening, where the round's only being extended by a few guys still alive. Time-wise, we have 8.5 minutes remaining. Actually, yeah, it's down there now in the bottom right. I haven't seen that literally in 2 weeks. So it's funny to have that go. Nova, again, doing his best to find an angle. He's throwing grenades around. You could use that as a distraction. I mean, when you think about it, all he has to do is run in there, put a charge, and leave. But Leg has such a good position right here, directly overwatching the opening of that cache. Like, this is such a good spot. But that's why Op4 have explosives to blow up the buildings, as we've seen happen a few times this round. Tender saw Shade. If he fires, though, Eagle might be able to come around and flank him. This is totally going to go down in time, though. Nova's best bet is to literally throw smoke grenades on this, move in, put the demo, and leave. And just take it to CQC, because there's no other way he's going to get this. Because he doesn't know who's in what building. So I get he's being cautious here. But at this point, you don't want to try to get in a one-on-one firefight when you're the last guy. You want to be the guy that throws smokes, tries to get in there, puts the charges, and then fucks off immediately. Because if you don't know how many people might be in these buildings. That's me trying to put it from a deliberate angle instead of a metagame angle, because we know no one's in there, except Despo is now. But, I mean, concealment would be your friend, because you'd have to imagine they're locking down this cache site. Leg's about to shoot Nova in the back. No, Leg's looking at a different angle. Uh-oh. That free fire. And the grenade gets him. You didn't hear the rattling of that. Alright. I'm gonna keep on Den's third person. I will be right back. I'm gonna refill my water glass. Up a floor. Oh, Ben's dead. Op 4's eliminated. Well, that played out. Lovely camera angle. Oh, it went to the outside, didn't it? Oh, well. Alright, that is GG. Well, we will see the next branch of World War II FNF next year. Alright. Let them get their kills there. And there's the call. Wolves, can you pay it out to green for?